I'm Hank from freepodcasttools.com, and today I'll be reviewing the Audio-Technica 2040 Hypercardioid Dynamic Podcast Microphone. Whew. In the box, you get the microphone, a pivoting stand mount, a plastic 5/8 inch to 3/8 inch threaded adapter. It's plastic. And a soft protective pouch. At the time of launch, the price is $99 US. As far as the overall build, this microphone has a weight of roughly 1.4 pounds, feels like a solid metal construction, and a really firm grill. The dimensions are 5.72 inches long and just over 2 inches maximum body diameter. The mic has a multi-stage windscreen that combines a non-woven filter with foam mesh to provide superior internal pop filtering, while its integrated shock mount prevents unwanted noise by attenuating vibration from a boom arm or mic stand. This microphone is a 3-pin XLR only, so you're going to need an audio interface or a mixer to connect this to your computer. The polar pattern is hypercardioid, and the frequency response is 80 hertz to 16 kilohertz. Now I'm going to bring this microphone right out in front, and we're going to do a plosive test. I'm going to be approximately 4 inches away. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. I'm going to come in to approximately 2 inches away. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Now I'll test the off-axis rejection. This is what it sounds like at approximately 4 inches away from the side of the microphone. I'm approximately 4 inches from the back of the microphone, and this is how it sounds. At approximately 4 inches from the side of the microphone, and here's how it sounds. Here's a quick noise test. I'm going to ramp up the gain to 100% on the Rodecaster Pro. There's no gating. There's no processing whatsoever turned on. The master compressor is also turned off as well. When I do reviews, I keep everything off on the Rodecaster Pro. I don't put a cloud lifter in place either. So it's just the Rodecaster's preamps pushing the microphone. So I'm going to quickly ramp up the volume to 100%. I'll stay quiet during that time. When I lower back down, I'll put a message on the screen, and then I'll start talking as normal. First up, it's going to be the Zoom ZDM1. Now I'm on the Zoom ZDM1. This is a $79 microphone. How does it compare to the $99 Audio-Technica AT2040? Once I get done with all the comparisons, I'd love for you to chime in the comment section down below. Rate them in order best to worst. But again, this is the Zoom ZDM1. Back on the Audio-Technica AT2040, this is how it sounds in comparison to the Zoom ZDM1. Now I'm on the Rode PodMic. How do you like the sound of the Rode PodMic in comparison to the Audio-Technica AT2040? This is another $99 microphone, but how does it stack up sound-wise against the AT2040? All right, now I'm back on the Audio-Technica AT2040. How does it sound in comparison to the Rode PodMic? Equally priced microphones? Which one would you choose? Next, it's the Rode Sandwich. I'm going to do the Rode Procaster. Now I'm on the Rode Procaster. This is a $230 microphone. How does it sound in comparison to the Audio-Technica AT2040? This is the Rode Procaster. Now back to the AT2040. Now I'm back on the AT2040. How does it sound in comparison to the Rode Procaster? The Rode Procaster's $230. Was it over twice the quality of this microphone? One more microphone, and you know which one it has to be. All right, the Rodecaster Pro gain is maxed out because I have the Shure SM7B on the boom. How does it sound in comparison to the Audio-Technica AT2040, which is 1/4 the price? I'll be curious what you think. Rate them best to worst. I appreciate your thoughts. Now back to the AT2040 for the remainder of this review. Now I'm back on the AT2040, and I cannot wait to listen back and see for myself. But what do you think? How does the AT2040 stack up against all the rest? I gotta go do some podcasts and some live streaming with this mic on the boom, and then I'll come back for my pros and cons and final thoughts. On the pros, the internal pop filter is probably one of the best executions I've seen. The build quality I place somewhere in between the Zoom ZDM1 and the Rode PodMic, and coming from me, that's really high praise. If you follow my reviews, you know I'm big on aesthetics, how the microphone looks when you're on live stream or video recording. And this mic fits the bill for me. I like the weightiness. I like the look. I like the little stamped logo on each side, so it'll present no matter which side you're on. And I think it looks and sounds the part. Also, not needing a windscreen on it is such a huge benefit. I hate having a mic that looks this good and then you have to put on a big windscreen over the top of it. And then you hide everything about the mic that you really like. So no windscreen needed with good microphone technique. The microphone does seem to do a good job of combating sibilance. And this padded pouch is excellent. I don't know how long this zipper will last design-wise. I'm not sure. But the padding on the pouch is probably the best pouch I've ever received with a microphone. As far as cons, I did the off-axis test multiple times just because I was kind of shocked at how much it was picking up from the side and when I was hitting the keys. And even the suspension on the boom. So I was kind of disappointed with both the off-axis and rear rejection as well as the internal shock mount when I was moving the boom arm. I also think that the low end lacks some warmth. Now you could go into the Procaster Pro or similar preamps or interfaces if they have the feature, and you could add some warmth to the low end to kind of bring that back, or you could even do it in post-production, kind of add a little more beefiness, weight to that low end. It's not a deal breaker by any stretch of the imagination, but just compared to some of the similarly priced microphones, I thought this lacked a little bit in the low end. And the last con I have is this little plastic 5/8 inch to 3/8 inch adapter. I've never seen one ever come in plastic. So my thoughts are maybe dial back on the pouch instead of trying to give me the best pouch I've ever seen in my life, and give me one of those typical metal adapters that I get with every single mic I've ever bought, it feels like. I just thought that was a strange choice, especially with a mic that's kind of weighty like this. I'm sure it's durable and strong, but just an odd choice to me. Overall, this is a great addition to the Audio-Technica line. I would put this in between the $350 BP40 and the similarly priced $100 ATR 2100, right in the middle of those two. Like I said before, this microphone looks and sounds the part, and I enjoy how it looks on camera, and especially not needing to add a windscreen to it is quite refreshing. So I like this mic, and I'm going to keep it in my rotation. But what do you say? What are your thoughts? Comment down below, please. And please subscribe to the channel and like this video. For more reviews, stay tuned to freepodcasttools.com.